Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Russell High School, where tonight it is the Lady Red Devils playing host to the Lady Panthers of Lincoln County, West Virginia, in the final game of the Tri-State Softball Showcase here at Russell High School. Several sites throughout the Tri-State this afternoon have played host to some softball action, and the Lincoln County Panthers coming in at 11-10 on the season. That was as of yesterday. Run down their lineup for you. Be Kirsten Ross leading off and playing shortstop. Jillian Starcher will be in center field. Hallie Bird will be at first base. Abby Jeffers will be at third. Lacey Harper behind the plate. Lainey Nelson will be in the circle. Abby Brown will be your designated player. Emma McClung will be in left field. Emma Richmond will be at second base, and Chevelle Salmons will be in right field and will be the flex player. She will not hit in the batting order, but as I mentioned, in the circle, Lainey Nelson on the year, 9-8 on the season, has a 2.71 ERA, and has thrown 123 and a third innings with 142 hits and given up 91 runs, only 47 of them earned, 72 strikeouts on the season. She's faced 554 batters. She is by far the pitcher for Lincoln County. As I mentioned, she's thrown 121 and a third innings. For the rest of the team, it's only been 128 innings on the season. So it is the Lainey Nelson show for Lincoln County, as the Panthers will take on the Russell Lady Red Devils, who won the game preceding this, defeated Chesapeake by a score of 7-2. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and I'll run down Russell's lineup for you as we are getting close to first pitch here at the Tri-State Softball Showcase here at Russell High School. We'll be right back.
Download our app today.
Whoa! Easy on that trigger, partner.
Are you talking to me?
Ranger Rodney here, looking out for your wallet.
You gonna put in them rewards?
Rewards?
Hot doggies, give me that.
What in the Pixar?
You know, Clark's Rewards. Save on gas, get free stuff. There you go, partner.
Gets them every time.
Rewards. Got it.
Clark's Rewards. Return, refresh, refuel.
With Ashland Credit Union's Community Spirit Card Program, every swipe supports what matters most: our students, our schools, and our community. From morning coffee to Friday night lights, show your spirit everywhere you go.
Your family deserves nothing but the best.
The sky's the limit. Drew and Jonathan's Modular One sofas and sectionals at Big Sandy. They're fully customizable, oh so comfortable, and affordable. Modular One can be designed precisely to your liking, with multiple available pieces to choose from in 7 great colors, starting at $4.99. Pick what you need, combine, adjust, that's it. Your room, your way.
Shop Drew and Jonathan Home at Big Sandy Superstore.
Pick 6 for $19.99 is the perfect meal for 2.
I can't believe we're on a date.
Oh, I'm just here for Pick 6.
Imagine what our kids would look like.
I don't want to have kids with you.
6 kids.
6!
Pick 6!
Wait, could we eat here every meal?
Yes.
All right, I'm down. Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
I was tired, wasn't getting very good sleep. I was dragging. I think deep down I knew something was wrong. Felt quite a bit of pain in my chest. Next thing you knew, I was doing a heart cath. I absolutely felt better immediately. Right back to work Monday morning with no kind of complications whatsoever. I know a lot about heating and air conditioning, but you guys are the ones that know about hearts.
Inspired Heart Care at UK King's Daughters.
Buckle up, phone down. Buckle up, put your phone down, yeah, yeah. Buckle up, phone down. Buckle up, put your phone down. Ooh.
Be safe, Kentucky. Buckle up and put the phone down.
The HANDS program gave me definitely a bunch of information on things that I thought I knew about pregnancy that I definitely didn't. I've definitely felt like I've had kind of like a second family member to talk to about the pregnancy, who's a little more unbiased in the situation.
All right, folks, we are back. We're introducing the Russell reserves, and then it'll be the lineup. I'll run it down real quickly for you. The Russell lineup tonight: Leading off and playing shortstop, Ava Howard. Batting second behind the plate, Carson Hale. In center field, Bella Hall. Batting fourth will be the first baseman, Ava Frazier. Allie Highfield will bat fifth and play third base. Hadley Cook will be in right field, batting sixth. Maddie Floyd, the designated player, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Maddie Hayes at second base. And Nora Smith in left field will bat ninth. Nora Ladd will get the call in the circle for the Lady Devils. And to give you Nora Ladd's numbers on the year, this will be her sixth start and her 10th appearance on the season. She's thrown 26 innings, given up 53 hits, 34 earned runs, 46 total runs, has 18 strikeouts, a record of 1-4, and a 9.15 ERA for Russell. And to run down your defensive alignment as the Lady Devils are taking the field. We'll run down that defensive alignment for you. It'll be Ladd in the circle, Hale behind the plate. From third around to first, it's Highfield, Howard, Hayes, and Frazier. And left around to right, it is Smith, Hall, and Cook will be left around to right. So Nora Ladd will face the Panthers of Lincoln County, and gave you their lineup before that last break. And Kirsten Ross will lead off, followed by Jillian Starcher, and then Hallie Bird will be your top three to lead off for Lincoln County. Appreciate you tuning in all weekend long, as we've had 6 softball games here on the MyTown TV network, 2 down at Ashland and 4 here at Russell. 2 Russell games. This is the second Russell game of the day. Greenup County played 2 earlier, and Ashland played 2 earlier at Ashland. Was able to call game number 2, a great game between Ashland and Hurricane, West Virginia. Ashland won on a RBI base hit with 2 outs and won 3-2 versus Hurricane down there. And Russell got the win here 7-2 over Chesapeake. So Kirsten Ross will step in, batting .417 on the season. And she takes ball 1. She's 20 of 48 on the year with a couple of doubles. And that's going to be a grounder over to Howard. Picks it up over to first base. Frazier makes the catch, and 1 away here in the top of the first. We bring up Jillian Starcher.
23, Jillian Starcher.
She's batting .293 on the season, 17 of 58 on the year. 4 doubles and a triple for the lefty. The 8th grader Ladd gets the sign. She'll come to the plate. It's ball 1. And slap hit to second base, and Hayes scoops it up and over to Frazier for the easy play. 2 down now.
First baseman, number 8, Hallie Bird.
So Hallie Bird will now come to the plate. Bird on the year batting .433, 26 of 60, 7 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run on the season. And that's ball inside. 1-0 on Bird. And that's strike 1. Nice pitch by Ladd there. Now 1-1. Very chilly derby day here at Russell. Wind blowing in and kind of left to right. It's been overcast pretty much all day. Sun having a difficult time peeking through Wouldn't expect this type of temperature in early May. And it's ball 3. So 3-1 on Bird. And that's strike 2. Ladd runs the count full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that's ball 4 inside, and so Hallie Bird draws a 2-out walk, and it'll be Abby Jeffers to come to the plate. Batting .397 on the year.
Abby Jeffers.
Leads the team in RBIs with 17, 23 of 58 on the year. 9 doubles, a triple, and a home run for Jeffers on the season. Playing third base today for Lincoln County. Squares the bunt, pulls it back, runner going down to second, and she's in there as the throw goes into center field, and Bird's going to get up, and she's going to go into third easily, and she's going to round third and come from home, and the throw is awry, and on this stolen base throwing error, Bird comes around to score, and Lincoln County gets 1 run here in the top of the first. So it's 0-1 on Jeffers. And it's ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. And Lincoln County takes advantage of throwing error and plates a run. And that's fouled at the plate, just off the tip of the bat. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that's fouled at the plate again. It'll stay 1-2. It's going to stay high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that's grounded to third, picked up there by Highfield, gets it over to Frazier, and that will do it, but not before Lincoln County plates 1 run, no base hits, throwing error, and nobody left at the end of a half an inning. Lincoln County has the 1-0 lead. Russell coming up to bat. We'll be back after this.
Life moves fast and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
Pick 6 for $19.99, a perfect meal for 2.
That's gotta rhyme.
Well, how about munching on Pick 6, my mouth going yap, yap. People always staring at my wings, they go flap, flap. Dave is so surprised because he didn't know I rap. Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
We here at the Greenup County Health Department are here to help provide the family planning program and are available. If you are uninsured or have on Medicaid, or if it's an adolescent, we're not going to turn anyone away.
When it comes to your future, don't just swing. Knock it out of the park and apply to Ashland Community and Technical College. With hands-on training and career-focused programs, step up to the plate. Apply today at ashland.kctcf.
All right, folks, we are back, headed to the bottom of the first inning. Lincoln County got 1 run in the top of the first inning, and they lead 1-0 with the homestanding Lady Red Devils of Russell coming to the plate. And for Lincoln County, their defensive alignment, it'll be Lainey Nelson in the circle, Harper behind the plate. From third around to first, it's going to be Jeffers, Ross, Richmond, and Bird. And left around to right is McClung, Starcher, and Salmons will be your defensive alignment for Lincoln County. And for Russell, they'll bring to the plate Ava Howard, Carson Hale, and Bella Hall are the first three batters scheduled to come to the plate here in the bottom of the first. And so Ava Howard will step to the plate. Coming into the weekend, batting .387 on the year. 24 of 62. 8 doubles and a triple. Has walked 8 times on the season. And if she gets on, she is a threat to steal, as she has 23 stolen bases in as many attempts. The left-hander Nelson gets the sign, and she'll come to the plate. That's hit in the air into right field. Salmons comes over and makes the play. Quickly, 1 pitch and 1 out. And it'll bring up your catcher, Carson Hale. Carson Hale on the year, coming into this weekend, batting .339 on the season. 21 of 62. Second on the team in RBIs with 19, 2 doubles, 2 triples, and 2 home runs on the year. And that is going to be grounded to second base and picked up and over to first. Richmond over to Bird. And quickly 2 away, 2 pitches and 2 outs. And that's going to be Bella Hall to come to the plate. Hall batting .333 on the season. 19 of 57, 9 doubles and 3 triples. And ball 1 as a Russell hitter takes a pitch this time. The first 2 swinging at the first pitch. Hall takes that one as ball 1, and that is fouled away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hall steps back in, 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's fouled again. It's now going to be 1 and 2. So Hall will step back into the batter's box. Behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that's a line shot into right field past the second baseman. And that's going to be a base hit, opposite field base hit for Bella Hall. And that's going to put a runner on first base with 2 outs. Just as Lincoln County did, they put a runner on first base with 2 outs. And eventually that runner came around to score off of a stolen base and the gift of a throwing error from Russell. And Ava Frazier will step to the plate, batting .350 on the season and take strike 1. She's 21 of 60 on the year. 5 doubles and 6 home runs coming into this weekend. And that's a ball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. Picked up over to first, and that will do it. So 1 hit, no runs, 1 runner left, and no errors at the end of 1 complete. It's Lincoln County 1 and Russell nothing. We'll be back right after this.
Download our app today.
Whoa, easy on that trigger, partner.
Are you talking to me?
Ranger Rodney here, looking out for your wallet.
You gonna put in them rewards?
Rewards?
Hot doggies, give me that.
What in the Pixar?
You know, Clark's Rewards. Save on gas, get free stuff. There you go, partner.
Gets them every time.
Rewards. Got it.
Clark's Rewards. Return, refresh, refuel.
At Big Sandy Superstore, we support factories and workers right here in the USA. We're always looking for American-made brands that are built to last and made to matter. Because American-made means jobs and opportunities in our communities. You'll get big savings on American-made brands when you shop right here and can feel good knowing you're supporting your neighbors, friends, and family. Built here, sold here. Big Sandy Super.
All right, we are back, heading to the top of the second inning. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters to come to the plate for Lincoln County. Lacey Harper, Lainey Nelson, and Abby Bowen. Lacey Harper, the catcher today. Harper batting .234 on the year. She takes ball one. There's the 1-0. And that's ball two. And finish Harper's stat lines. She is 15 of 64 on the year, 11 RBIs, 4 doubles, and a couple of home runs for the catcher for Lincoln County. And that's hit in the air into left center field, and that is gone. A home run, solo home run by Lacey Harper into left center field, and her third home run of the season, and the Lincoln County Panthers take a 2-0 lead on a leadoff solo shot by Lacey Harper. So Harper takes Ladd deep, and Russell now trailing 2-0. And the number 6 hitter, Lainey Nelson, will come to the plate. The pitcher for Lincoln County, batting .288 on the season. 15 of 52 on the year with a couple of doubles and 9 RBIs. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. And Nelson fouls that one at the plate, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 from Ladd. That's going to bounce in front of the plate. 1-1. And that's going to be a base hit into right center field. It's going to go all the way to the fence, and Nelson's going to round first and go into second standing up. And it's a stand-up double for Lainey Nelson. And so for Lincoln County, the first 2 hitters here in the top of the second. A solo home run by Lacey Harper and a stand-up double by Lainey Nelson. And the Russell infield meeting inside the circle to talk to Nora Ladd. And meeting breaks up, and now it's going to be Abby Bowen, designated player today. She's batting .250 on the season. Takes that one high, ball one. Ladd checks the armband, and she's ready to come to the plate. That's hit behind third base, and a great diving catch by Howard. Ava Howard with a great catch from her shortstop position behind third base. Gets a big out here, the first of the inning. And Emma McClung will now come to the plate. She's batting .333 on the season. Making sure that Howard's okay. It's one of those dives that can knock the wind out of you, but a great play by Ava Howard right there behind third base on a ball that could have been real trouble if she doesn't come up with that catch. And that is fouled back over top of our heads. Not in the best position for fouls right off of the behind home plate position that we're in, but we'll take the hazards as they come. And that's grounded to Howard. She'll try to tag the runner, and she does. And so the lead runner is out. So Ava Howard been responsible for both of the putouts, and now the number 9 hitter, Emma Richmond, will step to the plate, batting .333 on the season, 9 for 27, 5 RBIs on the year, 2 down, 1 runner on first, and Richmond takes ball 1. There's a big play by Howard, catching that pop-up behind third and then tagging out the lead runner heading to second. And that's popped in the air behind first base, and that's going to fall. Runner is going to third. There's the throw. Runner's going to be into third. He gets past, and runner is going to score is Emma McClung. And Emma Richmond gets on with a base hit. Moves up to second on the throw past third, and McClung scores on the air, and now Lincoln County leads 3-0. Runner on second with 2 down. We're back to the top of the order with Kirsten Ross. She takes strike 1, grounded out in the first inning to lead off this ball game. She's 0 for 1 on the day. That's going to stay high, ball 1, excuse me. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's going to be a base hit into left field. Runner's going to round second and come in and score. And so another run crosses the plate for Lincoln County as Kirsten Ross gets an RBI base hit. So now Jillian Starcher will come to the plate. She grounded out to second in the first inning, 0 for 1 on the day. Lincoln County's put 3 runs on the board here in the top of the second, and they lead 4-0. And it's going to be ball 1 to Starcher. Squares the bunt, and she went. They're going to call strike 1 on Starcher. 1 ball, 1 strike. And slap hit down to third, picked up, and Starcher's going to beat it out, so she gets an infield single, and now Lincoln County puts 2 runners on as Ross moved up to second, and Hallie Bird will come to the plate. Lincoln County scored 2 of their 3 runs in this inning with 2 outs. Have 2 runners on now, and that's going to be hit in the air right back to Ladd, and that is caught, and that will end the top half of the second inning. But Lincoln County picks up 3 runs on 4 base hits. They left 2 on and a couple of Russell errors, and as we head to the bottom of the second, it's Lincoln County 4 and Russell nothing. We'll be back right after this.
With Ashland Credit Union's Community Spirit Card Program, every swipe supports what matters most: our students, our schools, and our community. From morning coffee to Friday night lights, show your spirit everywhere you go.
Hi, this is Clay from Pollock's Jewelers. So much has changed, especially over the last 30 years. Now the latest craze, lab-grown diamonds. As the only certified gemologist appraiser in the tri-state area, happy to help you. Thanks again for all your support and friendship over the years. We'll see you soon.
When you're stressed, you come get a massage, it just melts it away. I started having major muscle spasms, and the pain was so excruciating, I couldn't move my left arm. I was wondering how I was going to support my family. From the get-go, they made me feel important, that I wasn't just another patient. I knew immediately when I woke up after surgery, I was free of pain. My future looked a little brighter.
Inspired neurosurgical care at UK King's Daughters.
All right, folks. Lainey Nelson has completed her warm-up tosses as we head to the bottom of the second. Lincoln County leading 4-0. And for Russell, it's going to be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Allie Highfield, Hadley Cook, and Maddie Floyd will come to the plate. Nelson's first pitch is taken as ball 1. Highfield on the season batting .261. 12 of 46 as of yesterday. And that hits the batter, and Highfield will get on base. And that'll bring up Hadley Cook.
Right fielder, number 7.
Cook batting .288 on the season. These hitting statistics do not include the last 3 games that Russell's played. So runner on first, nobody out. And that's strike 1 from Nelson. 0-1. That's fouled back. That one got closer that time. 0-2. And that's ball 1, 1-2. And that's hit in the air. And the first baseman isn't able to come up with it, but they're going to get the force at second. So they get one down, and Cook will get on with a fielder's choice. Now Maddie Floyd will come to the plate. Maddie Floyd, just an 8th grader, batting .333 on the season. One down, runner on first, bottom of the second inning. Lincoln County with a 4-0 lead. That pitch is going to be high, ball 1. And that's ball 2. 2-0. And it's 3-0. So it's 3 straight out of the zone here. And they're going to say that hit the batter. So now it'll be runners on first and second.
Second baseman, number 44, Maddie Hayes.
So Maddie Hayes will now come to the plate. And Hayes on the years, 243. I think there was a question about whether it hit the knob or the hitter, but umpire awarded first base to the hitter.
Runner in for number 24 is number 26, Peyton Profit.
Peyton Profit will now come in to run for Maddie Floyd. It's a courtesy run. So Maddie Hayes will now step in. Hayes on the year, batting .243. And that's strike one from Nelson, 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. 0-2. Ball outside, throw down to first, runners back. One ball, two strikes, one out, two runners on first and second. Profit on first, Cook on second. It's going to be ball too high, 2-2. Fouled at the plate. It'll stay 2-2. Count's going to go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And that's ball 4 high. That's going to load the bases. So the number 9 hitter, Nora Smith, will come to the plate.
Fielder, number 6, Nora Smith.
She's 1 for 9 on the season, batting .111. Big opportunity for Smith with just 1 down and the bases loaded. Top of the order for Russell on deck. And that's going to be ball high. And that's going to be hit to the second baseman. Caught in the air and doubled off of first base. So Nora Smith lines out to second base, and then Richmond gets it over to Bird for the double play, and that will do it to end the inning. You had no hits, 3 runners left, no errors, and no runs. At the end of 2 complete, it's Lincoln County 4 and Russell nothing. We'll be back right after this.
We know your time is valuable. That's why banking should be easy. With personal alerts on our banking app, you can be notified of what's important to you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Pathways has been around for over half a century, providing quality behavioral health care services for 60 years.
Pathways is your certified community behavioral health care clinic. Learn more at pathways-ky.org. Expert care, backed by experience.
Your hometown teams, your biggest moments, your place to watch it all. Follow high school sports from Ashland, Cabell Midland, Greenup County, Huntington, Round County, Russell, and Spring Valley live and on demand. Watch now on mytowntv.com, stream on Apple TV and Roku, or take it with you on the MyTown TV app for Apple and Android. MyTown TV, players first.
All right, folks, we're back. Top of the third inning. Nora Ladd on for her third inning, start her third inning of work. And it'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters to come to the plate for Lincoln County. Abby Jeffers, Lacey Harper, and Lainey Nelson. Jeffers grounded out to third to end the first inning. She's 0 for 1 on the day. Ladd starts off with ball 1. That's hit high in the air into center. Hall camping underneath it, makes the catch, makes it look easy. First out of the third inning. That'll bring up Lacey Harper, who went deep to left center field with a solo home run, her last at bat. And that's strike 1 from Ladd. Ball 1 from Nora Ladd. 1 ball and 1 strike. Harper put the 2-0 pitch out in left center field for the home run she hit to get the scoring started in the second inning. And that's hit hard into left field again, and left fielder got turned around. Couldn't get to it, and Harper's going to go trot into second with a double. Smith got turned around a little bit, started to go to her left, then had to come back, and by that time it was too late to go back and make the catch. So now Lainey Nelson will step in. She doubled in her first at bat, come around to score. Or excuse me, she was tagged out going second to third. She did not come around to score. Apologize for that, but she doubled. She's 1 for 1. That's hit into right center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. And Nelson's going to be at first, and Harper had to hold up to make sure that one wasn't going to get caught. But now 2 hits in a row, 1 down, and Lincoln County had runners on first and third, and Abby Bowen coming to the plate. Hit a little flare in behind third base that Ava Howard made a great play on to get the first out of the inning in the top of the second. Swing and a miss on one that was way low by Bowen. 0-1 now. That's hit high into left field, going towards the line, and that is a home run just inside the foul pole. Wasn't sure if it was going to carry, and that is a 3-run home run by Abby Bowen, and it puts Lincoln County up 7-0. That's now 2 home runs by Lincoln County. That ball just kept carrying. It was hit high in the air. Wasn't sure if it had enough, but it did carry enough and went out about 8 or 10 feet inside the foul pole. And that's now going to be Emma McClung. And I believe we may have a pitching change. It looks like we are. And let's take a quick break, and we'll come back, and we'll let you know what the pitching change is going to be when we come back here on MyTown TV.
They say products aren't built to last, and that they just don't make things like they used to. Since 1953, Big Sandy's been serving our customers quality and reliability at a great price. And that's why we're proud to carry Speed Queen, quality washers and dryers built here in America, with commercial-grade metal parts and backed by industry-leading warranties. Get the guaranteed lowest price and fast delivery on all Speed Queen appliances at Big Sandy's Superstore.
With Ashland Credit Union's Community Spirit Card Program, every swipe supports what matters most: our students, our schools, and our community. From morning coffee to Friday night lights, show your spirit everywhere you go.
All right, folks, we are back. We have a new pitcher. It is 7th grader Kenyon Collins replaces the 8th grader Nora Ladd. Nora Ladd went 2 1/3 innings. Looks like she gave up 7 runs. 6 hits, 2 of those home runs, a solo home run, and then the most recent, a 3-run shot by Abby Bowen. And Collins on the year has appeared. This will be her 18th appearance. 3 times she started, has thrown 45 2/3 innings, given up 69 hits, has 18 strikeouts, a record of 2-1 or 2-3 and 1 save, and an ERA of 5.06. Now Emma McClung will come to the plate. And she grounds the ball to third, picked up by Highfield, over to Frazier, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. And that'll bring up Emma Richmond, who singled and scored a run in the 2nd inning. She's 1 for 1. She's the number 9 hitter. And bunts it to the third base. Highfield charging over to Frazier, and that will do it for the 3rd out of the inning. But Lincoln County gets 3 runs on 3 base hits. The big blow, an Abby Bowen 3-run home run. At the end of 2.5 innings, it's Lincoln County 7 and Russell nothing. We'll be back right after this.
What's for dinner?
Trust is something earned, not given. Better financials lead to a better life. All with the Better Bank, headquartered in Boyd County and serving the tri-state. KFB, the bank you trust and the community you love.
To your future, don't just swing. Knock it out of the park and apply to Ashland Community and Technical College. With hands-on training and career-focused programs, step up to the plate. Apply today at ashland.kctcs.edu.
Okay, we are back. Heading to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Lincoln County out of West Virginia leading 7-0 over Russell, and it'll be the leadoff hitter, Ava Howard, followed by Carson Hell and Bella Hall, to come to the plate here in the bottom of the 3rd, trailing 7-0. Howard takes ball 1 high. Howard flew out to right field in her first at bat. 0 for 1 on the day. And that's hit hard right back up the middle. And a leadoff base hit for Ava Howard here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Second inning in a row that Russell had their leadoff hitter get on base. Allie Highfield hit by a pitch in the second inning, but did not advance as she was put out on a force out. Now it's Carson Hale who grounded out in the first inning. Squares the bunt, fouls it at the plate. 0-1. Squares the bunt again. A nice bunt picked up by Jeffers over to first. And the runner's going to go all the way back around to third as Howard, with a nice hustle as Richmond was covering. So the putout is 5-4, but Howard is able to advance all the way around to third on the out.
Number 30, Bella Hall.
So now Bella Hall will come to the plate. She singled in the first inning. 1 for 1 on the day. Russell trying to plate their first run and cut into this 7-run lead by Lincoln County. And that's ball 1 high. Ball 2 high. And a quick timeout. Talk to the pitcher. Let's take a quick 1-minute break. We'll be back right after this.
Download our app today.
Whoa, easy on that trigger, partner.
Are you talking to me?
Ranger Rodney here, looking out for your wallet.
You gonna put in them rewards?
Rewards?
Hot doggies, give me that.
What in the Pixar?
You know, Clark's Rewards. Save on gas, get free stuff. There you go, partner. Gets them every time.
Rewards. Got it.
Clark's Rewards. Return, refresh, refuel.
Pick 6 for $19.99 is the perfect meal for two.
I can't believe we're on a date.
Oh, I'm just here for pick 6.
Imagine what...
All right, folks, we are back. 2-0 is the count, and that is fouled down the first baseline by Bella Hall. 2 balls and a strike. And that is a slow grounder to second. Picked up. A run will score as Richmond gets it over to Bird for the second out of the inning, but it's an RBI ground out.
First baseman, number 15, Ava Frazier.
As Howard came in to score. Now with the bases empty, it's the cleanup hitter, Ava Frazier, who grounded out to shortstop in the first inning. 0 for 1 on the day. And that is fouled at the plate, 0-1. And that's strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Ava Frazier. 2 down. Bottom of the third inning, Lincoln County leading 7-1. And that's fouled over the third base dugout. They'll stay 0-2. And it's ball 1. 1-2. And that's grounded foul outside of first base. stay 1-2 as Frazier stays alive. And a swing and a miss on a changeup, and that ends the inning. But Russell picks up 1 run on 1 base hit, and no one left on. No errors for Lincoln County. At the end of 3 complete, it's 7-1 Lincoln County. We'll be back right after this.
It's never been easier to replace your kitchen appliances with the ultimate kitchen bundle at Big Sandy Superstore. What's a kitchen bundle? Choose your fridge, choose your range, dishwasher, and microwave. Pick the finish you love and upgrade individual pieces to fit your needs. Need a French door fridge? Done. Wall oven and cooktop? You got it. When you bundle, you save hundreds. Buy the refrigerator and range, get the dishwasher and microwave free at Big Sandy Superstore.
Download our app today.
Whoa, easy on that trigger, partner.
Are you talking to me?
Ranger Rodney here, looking out for your wallet.
You gonna put in them rewards?
Rewards?
Hot doggies, give me that.
What in the Pixar?
You know, Clark's Rewards. Save on gas, get free stuff. There you go, partner. Gets them every time.
Rewards. Got it.
Clark's Rewards. Return, refresh.
Back. Collins starting this inning off. Throws ball 1 to the leadoff hitter for Lincoln County, Kirsten Ross. Ross on the day is 1 for 2 with an RBI. Also grounded out to short in the first inning. And it's ball 2 high. 2-0 on Ross. That's going to be fouled off of the dugout roof on the first base line. It's 2-1 now. Here's the 2-1. And that hits the batter, and Lincoln County gets their leadoff hitter on. So Jillian Starcher will now come to the plate. She's 1 for 2 on the day. Single and a ground out. Got an infield single with a little slap hit from that left-hand side batter's box, right-hand side of the plate, depending on which way you're looking at it, but out of the left-handed batter's box, and fouled that one away. 0-1. Essentially had the same idea. And quick timeout, probably to determine how they want to pitch to Starcher here. Is last couple times she's shown that she likes to slap it to the opposite side, to the left side of the infield. And it looks like coach is talking to pitcher and catcher, and I think that's what the discussion here is how we're going to pitch and where they want the location for Starcher. That meeting is broken up. No balls, 1 strike. Runner on first, nobody down. Top of the 4th inning. Lincoln County leading 7-1. Squared to bunt, and they're called a strike and a steal, and the runner gets past second, but Howard unable to put the tag on, and they get a stolen base. And it's 0-2 on the hitter, Starcher, and a runner on second with nobody out. Starcher steps out as Collins was taking a little too much time for her liking. That stays way high, ball 1. 1-2. And Starcher hits that to the left side. Howard to her right, throws back to second, and the runner's back safe. Looked like that the tag was on the bag, and Ross was able to get back. And so now you have 2 runners on for Hallie Bird, who has walked and scored a run and popped up to the pitcher. So 0 for 1 on the day, but Lincoln County threatening yet again with 2 runners on and nobody out here in the top of the 4th. And it's a ball outside. 1-0. Squares to bunt, runners are going, and is going to say she is safe at third, so a double steal gets the runners up to second and third, and it's 2 balls and no strikes on the hitter, Hallie Bird. Lincoln County really set up for a big inning here. Runners at second and third and nobody out, and the number 3 hitter at the plate. That's high, and the ball gets past the catcher, but the runner decides not to advance, so it's now 3-0. And you got to figure that Hallie Bird is probably going to be taken here with a 3-0 count. And that's ball 4, and that's walk the bases loaded. And that's now going to bring up Abby Jeffers, who's 0 for 2. Flown out to center field and grounded out to third. Bases are full of Panthers. Bases loaded and nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning. And Lincoln County on top 7-1 and trying to really push this one wide open. Jeffers grounds it to Howard, and it bounces off of her glove into left field, and 2 runs are going to score.
The catcher, number 4, Lacey Harper.
So Kirsten Ross will score, as well as Jillian Starcher. Bird moves to second. Jeffers safe on the air, and it's now going to be Lacey Harper, who has homered and doubled and scored 2 runs here today, and she takes strike 1. Solo home run by Harper leading off the 2nd inning, and then she doubled in the 3rd inning. Ball in the dirt, runner going to third, and got her at third and threw her out, and that gets the first out of the inning. And Abby Jeffers moves up to second. But Russell gets a big out. The runner stealing and heading to third. Jeffers stole second. It's 1-1 to Harper. And she takes it high, ball 2. 2-1. Collins will come to the plate. Harper takes that one outside, ball 3. 3-1. Really good hitters count here for Lacey Harper. 3 balls and a strike. Harper fouls that one back. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that's hit hard down the left field line, but well foul as Harper was out in front of that one. It'll stay 3 balls and 2 strikes. And we're out of softballs and had to get a couple replacements. And Kenyon Collins gets softball, and we're ready to go as the home plate umpire heads back. Full count. 1 out, runner on second. It's Abby Jeffers. And that is in the dirt, ball 4. And so Lacey Harper draws a 1-out walk and puts runners on first and second for the pitcher, Lainey Nelson, who is 2 for 2 on the day. Single and a double, and scored a run in the 3rd inning after she singled. Lincoln County's put runs on the board all 4 innings. 1 in the first, 3 in the second, 3 in the third, and 2 so far here in the 4th. So Nelson takes strike 1. Nelson squared the bunt, throw down to third. They've got the runner picked off. We're going to run her down. Jeffers going back, and she'll dive into third, and she is out. And that gets the 2nd out of the inning. So Harper will move up to second. Nelson has an 0-1 count. Lincoln County being aggressive on the base pass. Last 2 times, though, they've been thrown out at third. They raced a runner. Still a runner on second, 2 down. Nelson takes ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sun's starting to peek out just a little bit out there in the outfield. Something we haven't seen much of today. Nelson fouls that one away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Two balls and 2 strikes. Ball's in the dirt, and the count goes full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 down, runner on second. Top of the 4th inning. Lincoln County with a 9-1 lead. And that's inside ball 4, and Nelson draws a walk, and now that puts runners on first and second for Abby Bowen, who is 1 for 2 on the day. Popped up to shortstop and went deep just inside the left field line for a 3-run home run in the 3rd inning. And has an opportunity to do it again with 2 on. Bowen takes that one high, ball 1. And her home run chased Nora Ladd. And they replaced her with Kenyon Collins. One and 0. Collins comes to the plate with the 1-0, and that's strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 to Bowen. That's going to stay high, ball 2. Another ball out of the zone. 3-1 now. Hitters count here for Bowen at 3 balls and 1 strike. Howard and Highfield going to come in and talk to Collins. Try to settle her down, tell her just to throw strikes. Now Hayes and Frazier will join the conference inside the circle. If Abby Bowen's able to get on, it'll be Emma McClung to come to the plate. And umpire puts his mask on and we're ready. 3-1 count to Abby Bowen. Collins checks her wristband and she'll come to the plate. That's fouled away behind us. So it's 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Here's the payoff pitch. And Bowen swings and misses and strikes out. And Russell gets out of the inning without any further damage, but they do give up 2 runs on, doesn't look like any base hits, a couple of errors for Russell at the end of 3.5, heading to the bottom of the 4th. It's 9-1 Lincoln County. We'll be back right after this.
With Ashland Credit Union's Community Spirit Card Program, every swipe supports what matters most: our students, our schools, and our community. From morning coffee to Friday night lights, show your spirit everywhere you go.
Pick 6 for $19.99, a perfect meal for 2.
That's gotta rhyme.
Well, how about munching on Pick 6, my mouth going yap, yap. People always staring at my wings, they go flap, flap. Dave is so surprised because he didn't know I'd rap, rap. Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
Cycling with my wife was a lifestyle for me. The more and more I cycled, the harder and harder it was to get out of chairs. It was restricting everything that I could do. The ultimate result was hip replacements. King's Daughters, they were fantastic. The same day I got home from the hospital, I hopped right on my bike. Knowing that you can get back on your bike and go out and accomplish something that you didn't think you'd be able to, it's just amazing.
Inspired Orthopedics Care at UK King's.
All right, folks, we're back, headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. Lainey Nelson completing her warm-up tosses to start the inning, or the bottom of the inning, rather. And Lincoln County with a 9-1 lead. And for Russell, it'll be Allie Highfield, Hadley Cook, and Maddie Floyd to come to the plate. They're scheduled to come to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Highfield was hit by a pitch to lead off the bottom of the 2nd, so no official at bat on the day for her. She takes it high, ball 1. And that's hit hard to the right of the shortstop into left field, and it gets by the left fielder, and Highfield's going to be able to trot into second standing up. And Highfield leads off this inning with a base hit and advances to second.
Number 7,
and now
Hadley Cook.
The right fielder Hadley Cook will come to the plate. She reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. She's 0 for 1 on the day. And takes strike 1 from Nelson. And it's ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike on the number 6 hitter, Hadley Cook. And it's ball 2. 2-1. That's fouled back towards us. Almost made it in the trash can here. Hit right off the edge. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count evened up on Hadley Cook. No outs, runner on second. Bottom of the 4th inning. And that's fouled away again. It'll stay 2-2. And that one, for lack of a better term, a roller up to the plate. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. So nobody out, runner on second. Russell trailing 9-1. Leadoff base hit by Allie Highfield has her at second with nobody down. And that is fouled off of the third base line. And that's ball 4. And so now the first 2 hitters for Russell here in the bottom of the 4th are on, and that's going to bring up Maddie Floyd, who was hit by a pitch in her first at bat. Stranded at second in the 2nd inning. And that is hit to the right side. Slow roller to second base, toss over to the first baseman. And that's the first out of the inning on the slow roller to second base. But the runners do move up. So now Maddie Hayes, who walked in the 2nd inning, so no official at bat for her. Walked, and then she was put out at second base. And strike 1, I say she put out at second base. She was doubled off of first base on a line drive by Nora Smith, caught by Richmond at second, and doubled off. Ball 1, doubled off Hayes to end the threat in the 2nd inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at second and third. Bottom of the 4th inning. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And it's ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Held off, and that's ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count with 1 down. Runners on second and third. And she went around, and that's a strikeout. And if my scorekeeping is correct, that's the first strikeout tonight for Maddie Hayes. Ava Kaiser is now up to bat. She fouls that one off. Soon she's pinch hitting here for Nora Smith. That one bounces, a nice stop, a nice job by Harper to block that one and not allow a run to score. 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 down. Runners second and third. And that's strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that's strike 3 called, and that will end the inning and end the threat. So Lainey Nelson gets the final 2 on a strikeout. Russell gets 1 hit, leaves 2 runners on, no errors, and no runs at the end of 4 complete. It's Lincoln County 9 and Russell 1. We'll be back after this.
We know your time is valuable. That's why banking should be easy. With personal alerts on our banking app, you can be notified of what's important to you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Pathways has been around for over half a century, providing quality behavioral health care services for 60 years.
Pathways is your certified community behavioral health care clinic. Learn more at pathways-ky.org. Expert care, backed by experience.
Your hometown teams, your biggest moments, your place to watch it all. Follow high school sports from Ashland, Cabell Midland, Greenup County, Huntington, Round County, Russell, and Spring Valley live and on demand. Watch now on mytowntv.com, stream on Apple TV and Roku, or take it with you on the MyTown TV app for Apple and Android. MyTown TV, players first.
All right, folks, we are back. Nora Smith re-entered after Ava Kaiser pinch hit there in the bottom of the 4th. And for Lincoln County here in the top of the 5th inning, it'll be Emma McClung, Emma Richmond, and Kirsten Ross to come to the plate. They're scheduled to hit here in the top of the 5th inning. Lincoln County leading 9-1. McClung takes ball 1 high. Ball 2 high. And ball 3. 3 straight pitches out of the strike zone. Have to feel that McClung's going to take on this 3-0. And she does and takes strike 1. 3 balls and a strike. Foul tipped into the catcher's glove, and it's now 3-2. As Hale hung on to that one. So it's now full count. So Collins has battled back after going 3-0. It's now back to a full count. Here's the payoff pitch. And it's low and a leadoff walk to Emma McClung.
Second baseman, number 3, Emma Richmond.
And so now Emma Richmond will come to the plate. 1 for 2 on the day. Single and a ground out. And that's hit right back up the middle. Howard's going to step on second and go to first, but not able to get the runner. She gets the lead runner. So Richmond will get on with a fielder's choice. And so now Kirsten Ross, the leadoff hitter, will come back to the plate. It's her 4th appearance at the plate. She's 1 for 2 as she had an RBI single in the 2nd inning and was hit by a pitch in the 4th inning and come around to score. She pops that one down the first baseline in foul territory. And it wasn't too far away from being big trouble. But it's 0-1. That one bounces well in front of the plate, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. It's 2-1. And that's a shot to Howard, who knocks it down and will have to go to first, but Ross beats it out. So everyone is safe. Richmond moves up to second. Ross is safe at first. So now Jillian Starcher will come to the plate. 1 for 3 with a single, reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th and come around to score. And that's strike 1. Got a runner in the rundown between second and third, and she's going to be safe at third as they waited too long, and the runners are going to move up. A little too much of a gap there as Richmond gets to third, and Ross moves to second. Only 1 down, and Starcher with an 0-1 count. Starcher trying to slap hit that one and get started running and missed it, and it's 0-2. And that bounces in front of the plate, ball 1. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle into center field. 1 run's going to score. They're going to bring a runner around from second. Howard's throw is not in time. Runner gets into second, and everybody is safe as Starcher gets a 2 RBI base hit. And Lincoln County now moves up 11-1. We've got time as Starcher dusts herself off, and it's going to bring up Hallie Bird will come to the plate. She's walked twice and popped up to the pitcher. Came around to score in the first inning on an error, on a throwing error. And Bird takes strike 1. 1 out, 0-1, runner on second. Lincoln County up 11-1 here in the top of the 5th. And that's strike 2. Nice pitch by Collins, 0-2 now. And that's going to be hit into right center field, and that is off the wall. One run's going to score, and Bird's going to come into second standing up with a double and an RBI as Starcher will come in to score.
Third baseman, number 10.
And Bird gets an RBI. And now it's going to be Abby Jeffers to come to the plate. She's 0 for 3, reached on an air, grounded out, and flew out to center. She takes ball one. The ball gets away from the catcher, and Bird's going to move up to third. And that's going to be hit into center field. That's going deep, and it's off the wall. And Abby Jeffers is going to be in with a double and going to score the runner from third in Bird. And another back-to-back. It's 3 base hits in a row as Jeffers doubles in the run. And now it'll be Lacey Harper, who's had a big day with – she's 2 for 2 with a double, a solo home run, and she also walked. So big day for Lacey Harper. That drove in another run. Lincoln County now leads 13-1. And that's ball is low, 1-0. That's hit into right field. Back, and the catch is made by Cook, and the runner's going to tag and go to third, standing up. So it's a sacrifice fly for Harper. So now 2 down. That'll bring up Lainey Nelson, who's had a good day today, 2 for 2 on the day, and a walk and scored a run. And Nelson takes strike 1. It's the 8th hitter that Lincoln County's brought to the plate here in this inning. Oh and 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nelson takes ball 1. Lincoln County scored in every inning. 1 in the first, 3 in the second, 3 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and 4 here in the fifth to give them 13 runs. Russell countered with 1 in the bottom of the third. That's going to stay high, ball 2. Lincoln County with a 13-1 lead. And it's now count's going to go full. 3-2 on Lainey Nelson. Nelson hits that one down the right field line, and that's going to fall in fair territory. And Nelson's going to get an RBI single out of that. Abby Jeffers will come in to score. And now that's going to bring up Abby Bowen as the 9th hitter. So now it's going to be Chevelle Salmons is going to be batting for Abby Bowen. Swing and a miss by Salmons. Strike 1. she fouls that one away. Salmon's on the year is 427, batting 148. She's down in the count 0-2 now. And that's strike 3 called, and that will end it, but not before Lincoln County picks up 5 runs in the inning on 4 base hits. A couple of Russell errors in that one, or 1 Russell error, and 1 runner left on at the end of 4.5. It's 14-1 Lincoln County. We'll be back after this.
Mom, what's for dinner?
They say products aren't built to last, and that they just don't make things like they used to. Since 1953, Big Sandy's been serving our customers quality and reliability at a great price. And that's why we're proud to carry Speed Queen, quality washers and dryers built here in America, with commercial-grade metal parts and backed by industry-leading warranties. Get the guaranteed lowest price and fast delivery on all Speed Queen appliances at Big Sandy's Superstore.
Being able to spend time with patients is really what does make the biggest difference.
My goal is to get you as well as I can so that you don't need a doctor as often.
With expert clinicians offering personalized care in pediatrics, mental health, pharmacy, dental, and so much more. We're more than your family doctor. We're your doctor in the...
Okay, folks, we're back here, bottom of the 5th inning. Lincoln County expanded their lead in the top of the 5th with 5 runs. It's now 14-1 Lincoln County, and Russell will counter here in the bottom of the 5th with the top of the order, but needing to have at least 4 runs here in the bottom of the 5th to extend this ball game. Howard's 1 for 2 on the year, or on the day. Single and scored the only run that Russell has in the 3rd, and that's hit right back up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. And that's what Russell needs as base runners. They get the first one on the first pitch.
Number 4, Carson Hale.
Now Carson Hale 0 for 1 on the day, ground out. And a sacrifice ground out that advanced Howard and allowed Bella Hall, the runner on, or the hitter on deck, to drive in Howard with a ground out. So that was fouled off by Hale, 0-1. And that's ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ball 2, 2-1. And that's going to be a base hit down the right field line. Scooped up there by Cooks. She'll get it back into the infield, but not before Howard moves all the way around to 3rd on the single by Carson Hale. And exactly what Russell needed.
Number 30, Bella Hall.
2 base hits to lead this one off. Bella Hall will come to the plate. An RBI ground out in the 2nd and a single in the 1st, so she's 1 for 2 on the day. Squares the bunt, pulls it back. Runner will advance to 2nd. It's Carson Hale, now runners at 2nd and 3rd. And that's grounded to first base, and they'll step on the bag, and the runner doesn't come in from third. And so that's quick. That's one out. Howard trying to get them to throw to third. But a ground out to first base is now one down. Ava Frazier will come to the plate 0 for 2 on the day. A ground out and a strikeout. Reset it for you. One down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Runners on second and third. Lincoln County leading 14-1. And that's strike one from Nelson to the cleanup hitter, Ava Frazier. And that's going to be fouled away. It's now 0-2 on Frazier. Allie Highfield on deck for the Lady Devils. And that's ball one. 1-2. It's going to stay high, ball two. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th. Runners on second and third. And that's foul tipped, and it'll stay 2-2. Russell needing at least 4 runs here to extend this ball game. And that's ball 3. 3-2. Full count. And that is grounded to second, picked up and over to first, and the out. The runner scores, and they throw back to third, and it gets past the third baseman, and 2 runs will score.
Number 21, Allie Highfield.
So on the throwing error, Russell scores a second run, and it's now Allie Highfield will come to the plate with nobody on. Russell trailing 14-3 here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and she takes ball 1 high. Russell still needing a couple of runs, but two down now. And that's strike one. 1-1. And that is going to be fouled down the left field line. It's now going to be 1-2. So Russell down to their final strike here. Still needing 2 runs to extend this game. Just after 5, if the team's leading by 10, the game is over. And Lincoln County leading by 11. And that is popped up in the infield, and neither the shortstop, Jeffers or Ross, can get to that one, and so it falls in, and Highfield gets safely on first base.
Number 7, Hadley Cook.
So now it'll be Hadley Cook, who's walked and reached on a fielder's choice, and She represents the run that Russell needs to push across to extend this ball game past 5 innings. And that's popped in the air, and that's going to be just out of play. Hits the fence post on the top, the rail. So it's 0-1. And that's strike 2. Took something off of that pitch. Dropped it in there. No balls and 2 strikes on Hadley Cook. Stays high, ball 1. And that's strike 3 called, and that will do it. As Laney Nelson gets the strikeout. Russell puts 2 on at the bottom of the 5th, but your final score in 5 innings, Lincoln County 14, Russell 3. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back to wrap this one up right after this.
Download our app today.
Whoa, easy on that trigger, partner.
Are you talking to me?
Ranger Rodney here, looking out for your wallet.
You gonna put in them rewards?
Rewards?
Hot doggies, give me that.
What in the Pixar?
You know, Clark's Rewards. Save on gas, get free stuff. There you go, partner. Gets them every time.
Rewards. Got it.
Clark's Rewards. Return, refresh, refuel.
Your family deserves nothing but the best.
The sky's the limit. Drew and Jonathan's Modular One sofas and sectionals at Big Sandy. They're fully customizable, oh so comfortable, and affordable. Modular One can be designed precisely to your liking with multiple available pieces to choose from in 7 great colors starting at $4.99. Pick what you need, combine, adjust, that's it. Your room, your way.
Shop Drew and Jonathan Home at Big Sandy Superstore.
With Ashland Credit Union's Community Spirit Card Program, every swipe supports what matters most. Our students, our schools, and our community. From morning coffee to Friday night lights, show your spirit everywhere you go.
Pick 6 for $19.99, a perfect meal for 2.
That's got a rhyme.
Well, how about munching on Pick 6, my mouth going yap, yap. People always staring at my wings, they go flap, flap. Dave is so surprised because he didn't know I'd rap, rap. Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
I was tired, wasn't getting very good sleep. I was dragging. I think deep down I knew something was wrong. Felt quite a bit of pain in my chest. Next thing you knew, I was doing a heart cath. I absolutely felt better immediately. Right back to work Monday morning with no kind of complications whatsoever. I know a lot about heating and air conditioning, but you guys are the ones that know about hearts.
Inspired Heart Care at UK King's Daughters.
Your hometown teams, your biggest moments, your place to watch it all. Follow high school sports from Ashland, Cabell Midland, Greenup County, Huntington, Round County, Russell, and Spring Valley live and on demand. Watch now on mytowntv.com, stream on Apple TV and Roku, or take it with you on the MyTown TV app for Apple and Android. MyTown TV, players first.
All right, folks, we're back. Wrap this one up. Lincoln County victorious in 5 innings, 14-3. Lincoln County 1 run in the first, 3 in the second, 3 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and 5 in the 5th inning. Russell with 1 in the third and 2 in the 5th, 14-3. Lincoln County moves to 12-10. They will go to Wayne County on Tuesday and be home for Logan on Thursday. And next Saturday, they'll be at Cabell Midland and finish up their regular season. Then it's postseason action in West Virginia for Russell. their schedule next week at Lewis County, at Boyd County. That's on Tuesday and Thursday. They'll be back home Friday against West Carter, and then at Pike County Central on Saturday. Big offensive players tonight for Lincoln County, several of them. Lacey Harper with a double and a solo home run. Abby Bowen with a 3-run home run, also obviously 3 RBIs with that. And then Lainey Nelson had a big game. She was 3 for 3, scored a run, had an RBI. Lacey Harper also with a big night with, I already mentioned she had a home run and a double, but also a sacrifice fly, and she walked. So Lincoln County gets the victory, 14-3. Next week, we will be the final week of softball action in West Virginia with playoffs the week after. Kentucky has 2 more weeks for softball, and then they'll start district postseason play, and we will follow all of our teams as far as we can in postseason in both West Virginia and Kentucky. I want to say thanks to camera person Gracie and my producer Josh. I'm Mike Miller. Thanks for joining us. Again, your final score, Russell loses this one to Lincoln County, West Virginia, 14-3. Good night, everybody.
We know your time is valuable. That's why banking should be easy. With personal alerts on our banking app, you can be notified of what's important to you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Pathways has been around for over half a century, providing quality behavioral health care services for 60 years.
Pathways is your certified community behavioral health care clinic. Learn more at pathways-ky.org. Expert care, backed by experience.
Mom, what's for dinner?
Ashland deserves leadership that is steady and strategic with a bold vision for the future. That's exactly how I lead. Forward with smart growth. Forward with responsible budgeting. Forward with safe neighborhoods and strong infrastructure. Forward with the opportunity for the next generation. I'm Amanda Clark, and I'm asking for your vote for the Ashland City Commission on May 19th.
I'm Jamie Reese, your Boyd County Sheriff, and on May the 19th, I respectfully ask for your vote because protecting your families is not political, it's personal.
I'm David Salisbury, your current District 1 County Commissioner, and I ask for your support in the May 19th primary. Our physical court has driven economic growth through tourism, bringing new opportunities and investment to our community. From the new racetrack to our new 100,000 square foot sports complex, not to mention hosting 2 of the top 5 concerts in Kentucky, Rock the Country and Healing Appalachia. I am your 24/7 Commissioner working for you every day. Humbly, I ask for your vote on the May 19th primary. Proven results, steady leadership, and continued success.
Life moves fast and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
From hand-cut steaks to fall-off-the-bone ribs, Texas Roadhouse has something for everyone. Visit TexasRoadhouse.com or download the Texas Roadhouse mobile app to get on the wait list or place a to-go order online. Fresh baked bread and honey cinnamon butter await at Texas Roadhouse. Order their legendary catering for your next event. Located at 501 Winchester Avenue across from Ashland Town Center Mall. Texas Roadhouse will help you support your local schools.